Okay guys, welcome aboard the rocks. I'm out here at Deep Creek Lake in some brutal wind. It is brutal. I am struggling. I didn't even set up my tripod, and this is my first cast with a jerkbait, and I got a chunky, I hope it's a smallmouth. I haven't caught a nice smallmouth in a long time. The wind's at my back. I got spinning tackle in my hand, and look at this fish on the first cast. I have business up here in Western Maryland. It's a giant, it's a beautiful largemouth. I can't even believe it. First cast on a jerkbait. A little, I didn't want to bring my Lucky Craft. Look what I just caught on my first cast. That is absolutely unbelievable. I can see beds. I'm over in the state park of Deep Creek Lake, and that's my very first cast on a storm. I believe that's a storm jerkbait. It's basically a very similar imitation to the Lucky Craft pointer. So let me go ahead and get this off. I'm gonna get my pliers. I am psyched. This is absolutely incredible to catch this caliber fish. There, I got it out. There it is, guys. Little itty bitty, like a Lucky Craft 78. I'm actually nippy because the winds are blowing. It is probably about, I don't know, it's probably like 40-mile-an-hour gusts out here. It's brutal, but I just caught my first beautiful Deep Creek Lake bass in a long time. Let's let her go, see if I can get another one. Amazing. Check out this setup, guys. All I'm doing is throwing a little jerkbait in this wind on 10-pound test braid with a 10-pound test fluorocarbon leader, a CI4 Stratic, and this is actually it's not my drop shot special. This is the custom speed stick light lose in their shaky head model. So just a 7-foot medium fast, and I'm just casting right off this little jetty point right here into the beach area. That was my first cast. Here goes cast number 2. Let's see what happens. If I catch another one like that, I'm gonna lose it. That was awesome. Wow, it's blowing. All right, I finally remembered what this was called. This is just a twitch stick, folks. It's a Storm twitch stick. That's their smaller one, and just a basic white shad pattern. So the clouds are in and out. There's a little bit of sun right now. The real shiny, flashy color will work really good, but this is just a good, with this wind blowing, they're just gonna be really aggressive chasing a bait like this. So I'm gonna just give it a few fast twitches. The weather here in the Mid-Atlantic's been crazy. I'm up in the mountains, so with this wind chill, my ears are freezing right now. It's cold, but these jerk baits are a great year-round deal. And with this wind, a spinner bait would be good, but this is really, with these smallmouth in here and some aggressive largemouth that are probably, a lot of them still pre-spawned, this is gonna be a great option. I just hope I can go whack a big smallmouth here. All right, folks, you can see me now. I had to get out of that wind. That wind was sustained at I don't know what. It was hustling. It was brutal. My ears were burning. It was hurting so bad. I had to actually throw on a winter cap. So I got out of there. I caught that one beautiful 3+ pounder. I don't know what it was. That was a great fish on that twitch stick. So I'm going to throw that again. I found a real calm spot. Deep Creek Lake is tough. There's not a lot of shoreline fishing. It's so built up. A lot of private property. That state park is a great area for shoreline. So let me just see what I can do around here and see what we can do. Very far back of a cove. It can't be in a better place for early spring. For Deep Creek Lake, it's like early spring. On average, compared to where I live, this is about 10 degrees cooler on air temperatures throughout the year. So these water temperatures are probably a lot colder what I'm dealing with, not to mention we've had a major cold blast over the past few days. Okay, folks, so I've worked it out with a real itty bitty finesse crankbait, a jerkbait. Now I got a shaky head out here, and there's really nothing happening. So after what I learned out on the main lake in that wind, that's where I probably should be. But again, it was just brutal. So I'm gonna do a little reconnaissance here. I'm gonna actually be running around this area up in the mountains trying to find another fish. So you guys just stay tuned. I might have a little surprise in store for you. So let's just see what I can do with the last couple hours of the day. All right, folks, check it out. I did my reconnaissance mission here. I'm still in the mountains, but I'm at Lake Habeeb, and we are in on the shoreline, not in the shoreline, on the shoreline, I got myself another bass up in the mountain. Check it out. Same jerkbait, second cast. So I'm down here by the boat ramp at Lake Habeeb, which is in the Rocky Gap State Park. Sun's probably pretty bad right now, but check that out. Second cast, like I said, same little storm twitch stick. Hopefully I'll be able to catch a couple more bass. I only have a few hours out here to fish. It's just a rare day for me to be out this far west, and I'm having a blast, so stay tuned. Yeah, like I said, Deep Creek Lake was so limiting on its shoreline opportunities. Tons of opportunity here. It's an itty bitty little lake, smallmouth, largemouth. They've got trout stocked in this lake, so it's a great clear water lake, a lot like what my lake is back home, about an hour and a half southeast of here, I should say. One really good thing about this storm twitch stick, it's inexpensive. You know, there's nothing worse than fishing the shoreline and losing baits from the shore. How many times have you guys gone out there and thrown one of your favorite baits and just only to lose it? You know, this is really a very, very good imitation of the Lucky Craft Pointer 78. So it's a perfect opportunity to, you know, get out there and throw things from shore that you won't be too worried about losing, just in case that happens. Right here I got some wood, for example. I'm trying to get up close to it. I'm not that worried. It would still not be very fun to lose it, but at least it's not a $16 lure. Oh, wow. Dinky dinky. All right, got another bass. That's 3 bass for the day up here in the mountains. I'm not going to complain a teensy weeny little bit. So there's bass number 3. And you know, when you do the math on how much time I've actually spent fishing, that's not a bad deal, especially with this major cold front we have going on. So I'm going to continue to throw this jerkbait around with this windy day, and hopefully we'll get another one of those big ones like we did up Deep Creek. So here we go. Oh, we got another little one. Good deal. Huh. All right. There's number 4 fish of the day. They're gotten a little smaller to bigger. You gotta watch out for those treble hooks. My tripod GoPro just zonked out the second I hooked up with this one, so get to show you that one up close and personal. I'm just doing real quick snaps, real quick jerks, getting that little jerk bait going. Water's not cold, it's in the mid 60s, so these fish are pretty active. They're aggressive enough to bite, but with this wind, you know, you need the casting ability of these spinning rods with these light braids and these lighter leaders. And in this clear water, these little twitch sticks doing the job on some numbers so far. Let's hope I can get another one of those big ones. Still brutally windy out here. There's some mean gusts, so I'm going to make a little move. Almost lost the GoPro. That is how bad this wind is blowing. So I may have to say goodbye for you guys and just work the chesty here for a minute. My God. Oh boy, awesome. Nice one. I love it. Yeah, you guys may have heard me. I was singing a little bit while I was fishing, but this is a nice one right here. Pretty nice. So here's how he ate it. He got it right in the side. So it felt, oh gosh, felt a little bigger than it was, but that's not a bad fish. He wanted it. 3rd cast on the point. This has been great. I've been having a blast out here. So yeah, it's getting a little late. I kind of have to get back. I'm about an hour and a half from home, but springtime jerkbait. So I'm going to go at it for a little bit longer, see if I can get another couple fish off this point, and then I'm going to call it. But there you go, jerkbait, springtime. All right, well, found myself a little calm pocket and I broke out the shaky head, and that was the first cast on the little edge right here. It's a pretty decent fish. Here we go, awesome. All right, that makes my day. Oh, and he just gets on shore with me. Well, folks, it has been an absolutely gorgeous day, wind or no wind, in the western mountains of Maryland. A couple hours of fishing on the shoreline, springtime jerkbait, and a shaky head to end the day. Let's take a quick look at it. Nothing more than a little, let's let her go, him go, whatever you are. Check out this Check out this awesome little deal. There's a mustad. That's actually the first time I've ever used that mustad stand-up shaky head jig head, and that's just a Zoom finesse worm and green pumpkin with a really cool dip tail, a little bit of an orange tinge, but check out the tail, split tail on my little Zoom finesse green pumpkin mini trick worm. So there it is, shaky head ends the day, folks. As always, appreciate you joining me. As always, I appreciate you subscribing, and until we meet again, over and out. Oh, jeez, awesome, right there at the shoreline. Nice little fish, guys. I signed out, but as happens sometimes, we just have a hard time quitting fishing, and that's a little bit bigger fish on the shaky head. I might stick with it. I got a couple more minutes. We always have a couple more minutes to fish, so just stay tuned. Let's see if we can continue catching a few more beautiful mountain bass. So let's see what happens. All right, nice. I love a shaky head bite. It is so awesome. Dink or no dink. It's been great numbers today, so I'm still fishing, guys. So yeah, that's another fish after my sign out fish. Dink as it was, still a fun bite.